Please welcome Mr. Daniel Eachus, everybody. Hey, how are ya? How's the family? Who's your daddy? All that good stuff. You know? Good, I see you're drinking. Did you bring your own cups? What is that?
Water.
What is it? Water. Oh, okay, I've heard of that. You're like, it's called water? When I used to drink more, I used to drink vodka Red Bull. Which I don't know what I was thinking, just like, I want to be awake when I pass out. So dumb. You know, last time I got drunk, my night started at one of those movie theaters that sell alcohol. Have you been there before, the luxury theaters? What a weird place. It's like, shut this beer. All right, now go sit still. It sounds more like a dare than anything. Like, all right, you're gonna get really drunk and then go in a room where you have to be quiet. Good luck. What is the point of getting drunk in a movie theater? You're like, I don't remember the movie, but I had a lot of confidence. When I was in college, I was really into playing beer pong. You guys play that at all? Yeah, it's fun, man. This is the most backwards game in the world. If you lose at beer pong, you get free beer. If you win, nobody cares. I don't know who needs to hear this, but guys, women don't care if you're good at beer pong. No girl's ever seen a guy throw a beer pong ball and like, oh my God, you see that arc? I bet he's as dirty as those cups are. It's such a dirty game. It gets worse too the more drunk you get. You're just like, ball rolled in cat litter. It's all right. I dipped it in water. Gave it a little beer pong ball baptism. Good to go. Maybe I just don't get drunk enough. I think I'd get drunk more if there was just a chance that something good could happen. You know, something positive. Like, dude, last night I got super drunk and whitened my teeth. Something. Oh, I'm feeling good, you guys. I'm all vaccinated up right now. Yes. Got Bill Gates' DNA running through my veins. My skin feels Microsoft. There's a lot of people who still don't trust the vaccine. I used to think those people were crazy till I found out that one of the vaccines was being made by Johnson & Johnson. I was like, the people who make shampoo for babies? No thanks. I'd rather get my vaccine from Garnier Fructis. It's more my brand. A lot of people don't trust the vaccine. It's just a shot. Look, I don't know what's in Taco Bell, but I still eat that once a week. And sure, the next morning there's side effects. But it's worth it. I'm glad to see places open back up, though, man. I feel like all my favorite places were closed for so long, you know? Like antique stores. I love antique stores. My favorite one is Big Lots. The other day I bought cereal from 2003. Yeah, I don't care what you guys say. I like grocery shopping at Big Lots. They get creative with their food. They're like, you say expired bread, we say croutons. It's the kind of store where you can walk in and be like, oh, cool, Batman Pop-Tarts. Then you flip around the box, you're like, George Clooney? What year is this? I'm pretty sure you could haggle at Big Lots if you wanted to. It'd be like $5. How about $3 and I don't report any of this? How about that? Disneyland was closed for a year. That finally opened. I like Disneyland. One of my favorite things in the world is going to Disneyland and watching Angry Dads. Nothing perks up my ears more than hearing a stranger yell, well, then we're going home at 1 p.m. in line for Pinocchio. It's the best. I'm like, forget the parade. I got front row tickets to this show. I'm telling you, you haven't lived till you've seen a grown man have a mental breakdown in Mickey ears. There is nothing more entertaining than watching a dad lose it while wearing a backpack full of granola bars. It's the best. I like Disneyland. A couple years ago, I took my buddy for the first time. He'd never been before, and the whole time he's complaining. He's like, oh, dude, it's all kiddie rides here. I was like, yeah, man, what'd you expect? We parked in Pumbaa Lot. You want something fast and scary? Go back on the freeway. I was mad. I paid a lot of money to be there. I mean, I'll give him that much. It's very expensive at Disneyland. People pay hundreds of dollars to experience the exact same effect as $10 worth of weed. Like, have you been on Space Mountain yet? Like, I'm on it right now. It's so expensive there. Last time I went, I woke up the next morning with a financial hangover. I was like, was I so happy yesterday? I spent $30 on a turkey leg? I need to throw up. Yeah, man. I just like theme parks in general. I'm a big fan of roller coasters. Although it is always extra scary for me riding the roller coasters. We have to share a lap bar. Because if the person next to me is bigger than me, which is 98% of people, then for that whole ride, there's a 1.5 foot space between me and that lap bar. Which means the ride starts and I'm doing 360s still in my seat. You haven't felt fear till you've asked yourself, should I be sliding around this much? On a straightaway? It's like every time the ride turned, I'm like, this is it. This is how I go. Get off the roller coaster, and my buddy's like, you feel that hang time? I'm like, that's all I felt. I was airborne for 3 minutes. Scary. It's scary. I got a lot of fears. I do. I'm scared of needles. Oh, it's so bad. When I go to the doctor, I don't even let him draw blood. I'm like, can you just punch me in the face till my nose bleeds? Why does it have to be a needle? Can't I just floss? Can't do needles. Got a lot of fears. I'm scared of sharks. Dude, sharks are so scary. People wear their teeth as a necklace. I mean, you know that has to be from a scary animal, or else that necklace doesn't work. Like, hey man, check it out. Squirrel tooth. Found it in my tire. I got a lot of fears. Hurricanes terrify me. For some reason, though, everybody I know who lives in a hurricane area never seems fazed by it. They're always like, oh yeah, once a year the earth tries to rip apart the city. But I get to ride a jet ski down my street, so it evens out. It's crazy. It's even crazier we give hurricanes people names. Like, this is Hurricane Susan. She likes long walks on the beach and destroying people's homes. It's only a matter of time till companies get involved. Like, we're getting hit hard here by Hurricane Verizon Wireless, which appears to be a Category 5G. Got a lot of fears. I'm trying to be tougher, but my body loves to remind me that I'm not. I get car sick. Nothing makes me feel like less of a human being than for someone to ask, why'd you throw up? And for me to go, we were moving. And I tried to look down. It sucks. If you've never been car sick before, it's exactly like the drunk spins without any of the fun that got you there. Your stories are worse. You're like, oh, it's crazy, man. We were driving to Vegas. That's it, I puked. That's the whole story. I've seen people read books in the car. I'm like, you're a superhero. I can't even look at directions. That'd be my superpower, by the way. If I could pick one, I feel like when people get asked that question, what kind of superpower would you want? They always go too big, right? They always want superhuman strength. It's like, I just want to be able to open a jar without using my t-shirt. Let's start there. I don't need superhuman strength. I'd be fine with any superpower. Normal human strength, the ability to dance. Actually, the only power I wouldn't care for is X-ray vision. I don't know what I'd do with that. It's like, quick, Daniel, use your power. I'm like, you have a cavity. I don't know. Superheroes have too big of powers. There's a Superman comic where at the end of the comic, Superman throws the bad guy into the sun. Honestly, he could have just thrown him at a wall. You know what I mean? I feel like Superman misjudged how much it takes to kill a person. Punch him too hard, make him eat a Tide Pod. It doesn't take much. But that's what Superman did. He throws this bad guy into the sun, and a few comics later, there's a new bad guy with a laser gun. And we as an audience are supposed to be like, I don't know if Superman's getting out of this one. Like, of course he is. He just cremated a dude. This is why I like grounded superheroes. Like Batman. Batman doesn't have big magical powers. He's just got strength and white privilege. That's it. Can Batman be outmatched by a cholo with a knife? Maybe. You can make a whole movie out of that. Like, Batman's going to East LA. I don't know if he'll survive this one. I'd watch it. How's that water doing? Good? Sweet. Perfect. That's usually how it makes people feel. That's good. Where are you guys from? Is everybody from here? Is anybody from far away? You shut up. Everyone's from Tucson, Arizona in here? One sad no over here. I'm trying to get out. Where are you from? Oracle. Where? Oracle? That's not a real place. They're laughing. I don't even know what that means. You're like, I'm from a state of mind. Is that a real place? Where is that? Arizona?
It is, yeah. It's about an hour north of Tucson.
An hour north of Tucson, okay. I didn't mean to start gang wars in here. Nice, all right. Well, I haven't toured in Oracle yet. But it will be my next stop. Cool. I have been traveling a lot. I was just up in Oregon doing shows, and yeah. Dude, I found out when I was there, did you know they decriminalized hard drugs in Oregon? Yeah. What? You were very happy about that, sir. Why did you move away? You're like, I love Tucson. I love what they did in Oregon, though. I'm trying to get back up there. Yeah, when I found out they decriminalized hard drugs, when I found that out, I was like, there are about to be a lot more Bigfoot sightings. And I'm all for it. I like those Bigfoot shows. I think every show about Bigfoot deserves an Emmy. This is a show where every week, guaranteed, nothing happens. And thousands of people watch. They never find Bigfoot, yet every week people are like, but they might. This could be the one. It's like every show's an episode of Scooby-Doo. They're like, oh, big hairy creature. Wait a minute, it's just a dude in a mask. He's like, I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling rednecks. I also found out that in Oregon they still play Smokey the Bear commercials on TV. I've always been skeptical of Smokey the Bear, because it's like, yeah, Smokey, you're a bear, but you're in a ranger's hat and a ranger's jeans. What happened to the ranger? We know something went down. Looks like you ate Pharrell. That part was for 4 of you in here, but that's okay. If that's not shady enough, Smokey carries a shovel around with him, like he's some sort of Italian mobster. Like, yeah, it'd be a real shame if something happened to this forest. He's always at the fire, too. He's like, I'm not saying I did it. I'm just at the scene of every crime. Why are we taking fire safety advice from someone named Smokey? That's like taking sobriety advice from someone named Crackpipe. He's not to be trusted. And fire safety, though, is for real. I just learned the other day, do you know fire extinguishers expire? Yeah, moment of silence for whoever figured that one out. It's a tough lesson to learn. We don't exactly make it easy, though, for people to get out of fires. We put every fire extinguisher behind a box of glass. Glass that says right on it, you want this, you break it. That sounds like something out of a Saw movie. Like, let's play a game. Burn alive or break this glass. The choice is yours. Then you finally get through the glass. You're like, it's expired. Not cool. Literally. Before that, before Oregon, see, I was out in Vegas. I did a little gambling when I was there. I don't know, gambling. Yeah, dude, gambling's the only thing you could totally suck at and still be like, yeah, next time I'll win big. With no practice, I'll figure it out. I think it's good that most of us don't win a lot when we gamble. None of us do anything good with the money. Like, you gonna donate it to cancer research? Like, no, I was gonna buy cocaine. I don't even do cocaine, but when life gives you lemons, you get high. I saw a lot of people betting on horse racing when I was there, which is so weird watching people bet on that, because they'll throw down big money on a horse based on nothing. They'll be like, yeah, $1,000 on that horse. Be like, all right, why that horse? Because he's got a funny name. It's like, what else are people supposed to make these bets based off of? It's not like some of the horses have defects. Like, yeah, they're all great except for that horse with 2 legs. Like, no, all those horses are good. All the jockeys are good. That's boring to me. You want to make betting on horses interesting? Make strangers from that audience ride those horses. That's something I'd bet on. I don't want to see trained professionals. I want to see Steve from accounting. Like, yeah, I got $40 as he goes backwards. Let's make this fun. See, before that, I did a whole tour out in the Midwest, and I'm from California, so it's tough for me to get used to that time change, you know? Like, when it's 8 a.m. in Los Angeles, in Iowa, it's 1973. I don't know if you know that. I do like traveling, though. Haven't been to Oracle, but hoping to. I do like traveling. I've been lucky, too. I got to go to Greece, which is beautiful. A little bit scary, though. I don't know anything about modern-day Greece. All of my knowledge is of ancient Greece. So in my head, it goes Zeus, Poseidon, Hercules, John Stamos. That's all I know. The street signs in Greece, too, are so hard to read. Their alphabet's crazy. Made me think, though, our alphabet's just as weird. You ever actually looked at our letters, like, on your phone? We have a letter called U, and then we have a letter called W, which, as you know, a W is just 2 of the letter V for some reason. We still have phrases that we use from 400 years ago, like be that as it may. How am I supposed to say that without sounding like Shakespeare? Like, hey man, don't worry about that girl, right? She's been around, she's tripping, but be that as it may. She got a booty. Some of our words don't make any sense at all. The term party pooper is totally backwards. A party pooper is supposed to be somebody boring, but shouldn't that be the craziest person at the party? Like, yeah, we're having fun, drinking drinks, and then Dave just took a dump on the carpet. Party pooper. Like, yeah. That's how you liven things up. They ain't get kicked out of a baby shower. But it's the least boring person. You're almost laughing too hard, sir. I'm questioning whether you have a personal story about this. Like, why do you think I'm drinking water tonight? Nice. Oh, man. It's been a crazy couple years, you guys, but some things are picking up. I just bought a new car, which is, yeah, it's cool, man. Very first car I ever had got stolen from a parking lot, which nothing will make you feel dumber than walking outside and being like, I could have sworn I left a car here. Didn't I come in a large vehicle? Isn't that how I got here? I reported it to the cops. Here's the thing. This car had 300,000 miles on it, all right? That's a lot of miles for an airplane, let alone a Nissan. And when you report a car like that to the cops, they treat you like you lost an old person. They're like, well, well, she had a good run. Move on. But a couple hours later, got a call from the cops. They were like, hey, Daniel, we found your car, but it's in bad shape. And I was like, sweet. No one touched it. It sucked before. So I go out there, check it out, make sure everything on my car is just the way I left it, and it is, except for one thing. This thief stole my back left tire and then bolted the spare on for me. This thief bolted on my spare tire. That's like getting robbed by somebody where all the robber does is steal one of your shoes, and then as he's leaving, turns back and goes, here's a sandal, and then runs off. I don't know if I should be mad or thankful. Now I got the new car. Just bought a new PlayStation, too, which has been fun. When I was a kid, I sucked at video games. I was that kid, if I couldn't beat the game, I'd quit and then change the difficulty setting to easy. And then realize it was already on easy. I wish we could do that for more things in life. Just like, oh man, being an adult is hard. Let's try medium difficulty. Because I can't get past this first level. Women. I am single, by the way. Single by... Yes, thank you. I am single. Single by choice. Women's choice. Apparently. I just wish I had the same confidence with women that I had when I was 5 years old. You know? At that age, I'd go up to any girl at Chuck E. Cheese and just be like, you, me, the ball pit. Bring your sister. That's confidence. Lately, I've realized I actually make a good rebound boyfriend. I'm perfect for when a girl finally decides to leave her big macho boyfriend and goes, I just need a skinny nerd who won't cheat on me. I just pop out of a bush like, you rang? Dating's wild, though. I went on a date with this girl. At the end of it, she took off her eyelashes. Yeah, that freaked me out. Can you imagine if a guy did that? He's like, dinner was good. Anyways, this nose is fake. I got to talking with her. She said one of my biggest pet peeves. I asked her what her favorite kind of music was. She said, everything. I like every kind of music. I'm like, first off, no you don't. Yodeling, sing-alongs, marching bands, Christmas songs, German pop, polka jingles, whale noises, kids bop. You don't like every kind of music. Secondly, it's okay that you don't like every kind of music. So many people say that because they think it makes it sound like they have a great personality. They're like, my top 3 favorite bands are everything, all of it, and I don't judge. But it actually shows more of a personality if you could just be like, you know what? I only listen to indie rock. It's like, okay, cool. Now I know what you like, what you don't like, and that you cry a lot. Just say it. I'm not even just talking about music either. I'm talking about everything in life. What's more interesting? Somebody who goes, my favorite kind of food is every kind of food. Or somebody who goes, I only eat chicken nuggets. You're gonna be like, I wanna talk to that person. That's a personality. And probably heart disease. But it's fascinating. Every kind of music. I would never say that, man. I mean, I like music. I actually like music so much, I used to download it illegally. Yeah, you're looking at a bad boy. Right here. Isn't it crazy? Not that long ago, people were going to prison for illegally downloading too much music. Like, what are you in for? Murder? Assault? Like, no, I just really like Adele. I try to stay open-minded with music, but the one music I can't do is country music. It's my least favorite. I'm sorry. I can't do country music. Every time I hear country music, I'm like, was that a song or a Bud Light commercial? Every song's about drinking. I mean, a lot of people like it. I get it. I think opera would have more fans if opera started doing songs about whiskey and Taco Tuesdays. But it's not my thing. I also think it's incredibly cocky to call music country. Country. There's hundreds of countries. But they're like, yeah, but you know which country we're talking about. What other country would sing songs about boots and jeans? Like, I don't know, China? They make all those boots and jeans. I got a bunch of friends who are really into like house music And they asked me if I'd go with them recently to like a dance club. Which, this might surprise you. I'm not a great dancer, despite my nimble hips. I also never know what to wear at those nightclubs. Last time I went, I wore a beanie. Within 5 minutes, this bouncer comes up to me, he goes, "Hey, you can't wear that in here." And then he said this, "It's gang related." I was like, what gang wears a beanie? I don't look like I'm in a gang. I look like I work at Zoomies. I look like I drive a Nissan Leaf. I'm not in the gang. I couldn't even make Boy Scouts. But yeah, that bouncer kicked me out, which has got to make me the first person in history to be called gangsta for dressing like Where's Waldo. I just like beanies. I'm a hat guy. Hats are awesome. Hats are the only clothes you can wear backwards and still look normal. You can't do that with other clothes. Like, yeah, I got my sweatshirt on backwards. Like, that's a straitjacket. I got my shoes on backwards. That's impossible. I don't know you did that. Hats are great. You can wear anything as a hat. You can wear a raccoon on your head if you need to cover your redneck. That one's a little weird. It's still weird to me that we make clothing out of animals. You know, like bears don't do that. They're like, "Hey, check out my new hat. It's Chad." He's still making that face, like, ah. I've always just been fascinated by fashion. You know? Just like the origins of it. Because as human beings, we started out just wearing a leaf. And then somebody went, "I want to wear a yellow leaf." And someone else went, "I want to wear an assless leaf." And then fashion started. Yada, yada, yada. Crocs. It's wild, man. Oh, man. You guys doing good? You doing good? Yes? Nice. I asked earlier, I said something about the water earlier, and you said it's a chaser. For beer? Okay, all right. Is that a Tucson thing? Or? You're like, "It's so dry in this area, man. You never lived in a desert before. When I eat steak, I need water as a chaser. You don't understand." Okay, that's cool. Tucson, I like you guys. Are you guys big sports fans at all? Anybody like sports here? Yeah? Depends on if your team's good or not. Is that it? That's cool, man. I really like, I don't know, I'm really big into football. Like, that being said, I still think football players are overpaid. I mean, they get millions of dollars to play a game that most of us do when we're drunk at a barbecue. A buddy of mine was trying to tell me that football players need to make more money for how hard it is on their bodies. I was like, dude, you can say the same thing about people who do hot dog eating contests. 43 wieners in 8 minutes? That's unsafe. They should be billionaires. But I love watching football. It's really the only sport that I watch. I never really got into watching basketball. I always thought it was messed up that certain basketball coaches had to wear suits. I mean, have you seen what basketball players get to wear? The same shorts I wear as pajamas. That's not a uniform for sports. That's a uniform for watching Netflix. Basketball coaches should not have to wear suits. You should never have to wear a suit when you're doing the same job as Bugs Bunny in Space Jam. Football coaches don't have to wear suits. You ever seen Bill Belichick, the coach of the Patriots? That guy's out there in full-on sweatpants, like a stepdad coaching his kid's soccer team. I got in a whole argument with my buddy over it who was saying that basketball coaches should wear suits. He's like, "I don't care if it's uncomfortable. It's their professional uniform. Just imagine if a Marine showed up to work wearing a wife beater." Not a good analogy. A Marine represents the country. There's a basketball coach who represents a team called the Nuggets. If you represent something called the Nuggets, you should not have a dress code. In fact, you might as well show up naked. Hashtag free the Nuggets. I'd like to get that trending, by the way, if we can do that. I wish I learned how to play basketball, though. It's like my brother. He's 6'5". Everyone always say that to him. Like, "You're really tall. You should play basketball." Nobody ever did that to me. Like, "You're really skinny. You should do air hockey." I wish I played more sports. The other day I did go bowling. And not to brag, but yeah, I used a 12-pound ball. No bumpers. All right, there were bumpers, but I barely used them. I like going bowling, but every time I like going bowling, but I've been bowling like 9 times my whole life. Every time I have to relearn how to bowl. You know what I mean? Like none of us have a strategy for bowling. We just show up and go, yeah, let's see if I'm good this time. Which is so cocky. It's still a sport. People train for years to get good at it. But then we walk in the door, we're like, yeah, I bet I could bowl the perfect game. I mean, I got the shoes, so. I think we get cocky because we know what professional bowlers look like. We're like, if that's an athlete, I'm an Olympian. Look, if anyone ever tells you you have the body of a bowler, cry. That's not a compliment. I wish I played more sports. When I was in elementary school, I played soccer along with every kid in my school. But I liked back then that every kid made it onto the team, especially the chubby kids. Because their moms always brought the best snacks. Be like, Timmy, you're off the team. But my mom brought donuts. Goalie it is. At the end of the year, too, everyone got a trophy. And no matter what happened, coach would be like, well, we lost every game. But your parents made you come to all of them, so here's an award. I miss being a kid, man. Back when I was considered strong just because I got an A+ in PE. That should be enough proof for you guys that PE was the most pointless thing ever. They had us doing exercises in PE that definitely didn't work. Never in my life have I heard somebody go, how'd I get so ripped? Jumping jacks. We did so many jumping jacks in PE. What do jumping jacks even do? Like, yeah, I got real strong armpits now. I could raise my hand real fast. You should see me make a snow angel. I've just never seen somebody do a bunch of jumping jacks and be like, wow, that was impressive. No, I can do a lot of jumping jacks. I never feel good after. I'm always like, did I just practice getting someone's attention? I'm exhausted. I do miss those days, man. I'm getting older. I can feel it. My eyesight's getting worse. Started wearing glasses. Yeah, not all the time. I'm easing into them. I'm like, yeah, I don't need to see everyone clearly. Some people are better off blurry. Let's be honest. My vision quality is not terrible either. It basically went from the image quality of the newest iPhone to like an iPhone 6. I'm like, I'll start worrying when it gets to flip phone. I'm getting older. You know, I'm starting to make more grown-up purchases in my life. Like the other day, I bought a filter for my drinking water. Yeah. I thought it'd make me feel good. Instead, I just feel like a hypocrite. Be like, only the purest water can enter this. And then I'll go eat Arby's. I'm trying to be healthy. I told that to a friend the other day. He asked me if I'd go with him on a 30-day hike. Yeah, I was like, what point does it stop being a hike and start being, we're homeless? It's a lot of being outdoors. I like that stuff. I like going jogging. I just always make sure to jog midday. I don't want to be that 4 a.m. jogger. They always look strung out. Like, I jog at the crack of dawn. I'm like, you look more like the dawn of crack. I can't get up that early. I hate that. I hate waking up early. Why is it that every time we wake up early, it feels like the first time we've ever done it before? I'm always like, what is happening? Where's the sunlight? Waking up early sucks, because when you're asleep, you're in paradise. And then out of nowhere, someone rips you out of it and goes, that was a lie, go to work. Sucks, man. Because sleep's good for your health, and I'm trying to be healthy. I know a few years ago, I had a kidney stone. Yeah, it's basically where you have to pee out a rock, which feels a lot like peeing out a rock. And by that, I mean Dwayne Johnson. It was fast and furious. I had no idea it was gonna be so painful. I mean, because it sounds like something fun from Harry Potter. Like, we must find the magical kidney stone. Which, to be fair, was located deep within my chamber of secrets. But it was not fun. Craziest part about it is apparently I got it from taking too many vitamins. Yeah, I was so healthy, it was unhealthy. To be fair, though, I was taking way too many vitamins. People on heroin would have been like, hey, man, take it easy. You're hurting yourself. too many vitamins. That's not something you ever hear at rehab. Like, hi, my name is Daniel. I'm addicted to zinc. Mostly in the gummy bear form. I'm trying to stay healthy. I think we all are, though, right now. Although lately I've heard a lot of people complain that ever since COVID, now everyone thinks they're a doctor. But people have always been like that. You ever told people before when you have a cold, everyone tries to give you their remedy. They're like, drink tea, get sleep, smoke weed. If I get to drink tea, sleep, and smoke weed, why am I trying to get better? That sounds like fun. I hope I get pneumonia. Fingers crossed. I've been trying to eat healthy, and although I did cheat today. I had Taco Bell for lunch. Which, I don't care what you guys say, I like Taco Bell. I think it's good. I think it's fine. I just get tired of telling people. They always say the same thing to me, like, it's not real Mexican food. Yeah, there's a taco made out of a Dorito. I got it. Hey, newsflash, folks, nobody thinks Taco Bell is real Mexican food. When you go into El Pollo Loco, nobody's like, hey, those chickens aren't actually crazy. Did you know that? I go to Chipotle sometimes, too, which that place is fine. It's just the one place I'll never tip. There's a jar by the cashier. I'm like, what are you talking about? I told you what to do. Put that in there, put that in there. Good job, me. Where's my tip? I ate one the other day at the mall. I love when places at the mall food court give out samples. They always seem so desperate for you to eat there. Like, would you like to try a sample? You're like, yeah, sure, what is it? They're like, it's chicken. Have you ever had chicken? Like, yeah, every day. We've all heard of it. Every mall food court has the knockoff Asian food places. They always have a name like Panda Court. And you're like, well, I get who you're trying to be. I'm always skeptical to eat at those places based entirely off of how bad the picture quality is on those menus. Have you seen how bad some of those menu boards are? Every food photo is slightly blurry. I'm like, was it foggy when you took that picture? That looks like the ghost of broccoli beef. It's so bad I feel like I have to bring it up when I order. I'm like, hi, can I get the fried rice high definition? And throw in some of that new food you made. Chicken. I just feel weird going out to eat anywhere, especially with friends. Because my friends always say annoying things to me, like, here, man, take my French fries. You need them. It's like, I get it. I'm skinny. I look like I need 2 hands to pump gas. Nobody needs French fries, all right? There's never been a doctor giving an autopsy like, if you only had one more curly fry, you'd still be with us. We just get so weird around food. Just in general, we like to match our outfits to the food we're about to eat. You ever notice that before? You go someplace fancy, you're like, if I'm gonna eat something nice looking like a steak, I better get nice too. You get dressed up. Then you go someplace cheap and it's like, I don't need pants for Denny's. Just a bib. That's how it is, though. People get offended if you wear the wrong thing to eat certain foods. They're like, oh my God, you're wearing shorts? We're going out to eat lobster. It's like, does the lobster prefer that I wear a suit? What lobster is sitting there like, I better not get eaten by a guy in a tank top? Show some respect. Look, for the money I pay for lobster, I want to be able to eat it naked. Someone better feed it to me. I've been getting better at trying new foods, and recently did something I'd never done before. I went to the grocery store without my mom, and I bought a full coconut. You ever had that much free time in your life, a whole one? It's such a weird food. It's the only food whose directions start with, first you bash it with a blunt object. You're like, do I use a fork? Actually, you use a chainsaw. That's how you get in there. The prize inside a coconut, I found out, it's not worth it. You finally get in there, you're like, it's a shot of water. It's been sitting for years. Have you guys ever had warm coconut water? I tried it, I was like, yep, that tastes like it's been inside a brown hairy ball. Look, I don't know who the first person was to eat a coconut, but that is true hunger. You gotta be real desperate to be like, I bet that rock has food in it. Oh. Good to be here. I had a pretty boring day today. You ever been so bored you take another shower? You ever done that one? You're just like, I don't know what to do except waste the world's resources, so. I love taking showers. Some people like baths. I don't mind. I just prefer showers. You're in, you're out. No one can hear you cry. It's perfect. After I did that, I ran some errands. I went to the worst Walmart I've ever been to in my life. It was called Ross. Oh my God. Ross is the only store where if you ask for a t-shirt in a certain size, they go, did you check the ground? Every time I go in there, it's World War III. I'm like, has this place been looted? It's so bad in Ross. I feel like every Ross needs their own GPS just so you can find things in the store. They're like, in 3 aisles, turn right. At the coats, turn left. Chicken nuggets on the floor. Rerouting. What? Whose baby is that? Have you guys been to Ross? Every Ross smells like the McRib is back. I still shop there. It's cheap. I get it. I like it. It's not the worst store in the world. It's not the best, though, either. I'll tell you guys straight up. Greatest company of all time is C's Candies. C's Candies. I have never seen a C's Candies go out of business. And yet I haven't seen a single person walk into one since 1994. I mean, it's amazing that place is still around, right? At this point, I think it's safe to say C's Candies, it's gotta be a front for drugs. It has to be. That's why when you walk in and go, what is this place? They're like, free chocolate? Stop asking questions. It's gotta be a front for drugs. You gotta buy all their candy by weight. You're like, hey, can I get 3 kilos? 2 pounds of chocolate? It's addicting. It's the greatest company ever. Do you agree, sir? Nice. You're like, absolutely. What do you do for a living? Yeah. What do you do? FedEx driver. There you go. Do you like it? It's fun? Nice, man. It's good. A lot of people think comedy is really tough. I think there are a lot of things in this world that are way tougher than comedy. Like, have you ever tried to draw a face? And not a smiley face. I mean a real face. With like chapped lips and food in your teeth. It's very difficult. I found this out a couple weeks ago when I tried to draw a face, and I learned something very important about myself. I don't really look at faces. I don't pay enough attention to the details, because when a buddy of mine saw my drawing, he was like, hey man, where are the eyelashes? And I was like, nah, it's a guy. He goes, yeah, guys have eyelashes. I was like, what? I was like, dude, guys don't have eyelashes. Oh my God. I'm a girl. I had no idea. Did you guys have a good time tonight? Yes? Hey, be sure, keep it going for your wait staff, by the way, your bartender. Be sure to tip them well. And drive home safe tonight, you guys. There's a lot of craziness out there. A lot of road rage out there, man. Road rage is very real. It makes some people racist. Yeah, I was driving with my buddy the other day. He said something racist I didn't even know was an issue. What happened was his car cut us off, sped past us. My buddy gets mad and yells out, dang Colombians, always moving fast. I was like, first off, I don't know how you knew that guy was Colombian. Secondly, you just made that stereotype up. That's not a real thing. The only thing Colombians are known for is coffee and cocaine, and those two things just make you move really fast. It's racist, but I get it. You guys have been a lot of fun. I was having fun the other night after a show. I decided I would treat myself with some Taco Bell. Hashtag love your body. I go there late at night. The only thing that's open is a drive-through line. It's a mile long. It ends up taking me 25 minutes to get through this line to the front of Taco Bell. 25 minutes in line for Taco Bell. Everyone's mad it's taking so long. But I was still feeling good. So when I got to the cashier in the front, I'd never done this before, but I was like, hey, I want to pay for the car behind me. So I did. I paid for my food, paid for their food, left feeling good. Hit the freeway, started eating my chalupa, and then it hit me. I did not order a chalupa. So I look in my bag, and it turns out the cashier gave me both orders. Which means the guy behind me at Taco Bell just waited 25 minutes. Got to the front only to find out the guy in front of him stole his food. And then ate it. I felt bad that I thought about it. I was like, what was that cashier thinking? Like, wait, you want your food and his food? All right, I can do that. You look hungry. I'll just let him know when he gets here. Your food went that way. You guys have been so fun. My name's Daniel Eachus. Thank you so much.